today. Seems that some of the replies to Roger Stone's tweet indicate that they think it's happening today. When I read it, it sounded like he was calling for them to go yesterday, but perhaps he was calling for them to come today. Anyway, we have I live in the next city over from Laguna Hills. And as I said on my last video, I have also personally protested at that corner. So for those of you who are in the comments who probably don't have familiarity with this area, let me describe it to you. I already, in my last video, said there is a lot of freeway construction going on right next to that intersection. Some of you have been calling on In-N-Out to question why they're allowing them to use their private property. It's not their private property. They are located in a very large mall parking lot. And the mall has been under construction for at least a couple of years now. I think they're trying to turn it into an outdoor mall. So there are only a handful of operating businesses in a very large property, which is probably why they picked it, because there's a lot of parking. And it's mall parking, so it's not In-N-Out's parking. In-N-Out just happens to be the visual indicator for them. This is the corner that we're going to be at. It would have been better had they said it's going to be at the corner of El Toro and Paseo de Carlota. They give the cross streets, right? Because they could, I guess, that's the most functional place to park if you're going to protest at that intersection. There is another large parking lot across the street, but not as large as what's there at the Laguna Hills Mall. And the In-N-Out is at the very corner of the intersection. But they're hoping that they could stand on the corner there like we have done in the past and get a lot of honks and support and whatnot and hold signs. So I wouldn't be too concerned that they're going to try and cause riots, because they're not at a courthouse. They're not at a place where they could really do any damage, because like I said, that particular area is pretty much a ghost town at this point, because there's construction on the 5 freeway right next to it. There's a sign on the freeway that directs drivers to avoid using that off-ramp and go to Alicia Parkway instead. I don't know what they were thinking. Okay, so they must have like some GOP club, kind of like we have Democratic clubs, right? That they organize the grassroots, they go out, they do these types of protests and stuff. So I'm sure they probably have some GOP clubs like that too. And so somebody decided to come up with that particular intersection, which was a horrible idea. But you know what? Alicia is just as bad. They could have gone down one more exit and it would have been just as bad, because they've been doing work on all the bridges up and down the 5. And so everything right next to the freeway is just a mess. But that's the Alicia Park exit is where they used to have a Trump pop-up. I don't know why they target us down here. I mean, like I said, Laguna Hills does have mostly Republicans in leadership, at least. Not necessarily in voter registration, because I've canvassed Laguna Hills. I've gotten lots of Bernie supporters in Laguna Hills. But anyway, I think it unlikely that they're going to get it with. I had to pull part of my tarp down and pull my divider back, because it was predicted that we would get 18-mile-per-hour gusts, and it seems like it's much larger than that. This is like Santa Ana wind strength winds, heavy rain, much more than what is on my weather app. And I find it, there's no way anybody, I mean, like, they'd have to be like the craziest Trump supporters ever to want to go out there in like a poncho, try and hold up a cardboard sign and keep it from disintegrating in their hands. But if anybody has any video footage or pictures of this supposed protest, let me know. Let me know. But yeah, for those of you blaming In-N-Out, I don't think In-N-Out has anything to do with it. This is a very public parking lot. They're just the visual indicator of where people should park, in my opinion. Because we used to protest there too. Does that mean that they support Democratic policies? Not so much. And to the person who asked, do they still put the Bible quotes on their cups? I think it's on the bottom of the cups, right? Fairly certain they do. I mean, whatever. It's a family-owned business. It's not like franchised out. It's a family-owned business. They want to put some Bible quotes on the bottom of their cups. I'm sure they've probably supported policy that I disagree with. I don't know that they've ever gone so far as to be like as bad as Chick-fil-A. But I heard yesterday Chick-fil-A may have been reeling it back a little bit. Maybe they're not as homophobic as they used to be, but I don't know. Somebody is. You can all write me in the comments and let me know. I don't think it's going to happen. It's a pretty heavy storm. We have a flood watch through tomorrow, and that's a low-lying place. Low-lying intersection, you guys. We have a flood watch through tomorrow, and that's like a low-lying place in the area. I don't think that I would be surprised if they powered through to try and do this. Anyway, I don't know that he'll get indicted today anyway, but I hope he does, because I can't wait to see the mugshot. Right?